Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys my 2020 holiday gift guide. I know this year has been such a difficult one for so many people and it has placed such a significant financial strain on a lot of us. But I figured that I would compile a list of some gifts that you can either give to yourself or give to other people. I will be linking dupes and alternatives though. By no means do you have to purchase anything mentioned in this video. It's just to kind of help you guys brainstorm. So I have created about 5 categories with like 3 to 5 things in each one. I want to just remind everyone to, of course, shop local, and I encourage you guys to shop on Etsy to support any small businesses that you can. I will have some holiday gift guides that are specifically for small businesses and then for Black-owned businesses in the description box below. I know Jen Atkin has created one and Lindsay Rem, a fellow YouTuber, has also created one. So I will leave those linked in the down bar below. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first category is going to be sustainable home gifts. So the first shop, I guess, or brand that I would recommend is Baggu. They have a lot of reusable tote bags, canvas tote bags, and they come in a variety of colors, sizes, prints, and things like that. I will have some of my favorite items just here. I, however, am asking for a reusable laptop sleeve that they make, so there are a lot of options to choose from on their site, so I highly recommend that. The next thing, this has been circulating so much on the New Yorker and pretty much anywhere that has like trendy pieces. It is the Our Place pan, and I know this pan was recently on sale for Black Friday. I'm not sure if it's still on sale anymore, but it comes in a variety of different colors, and the pan is kind of multifunctional, so it acts like a steamer. I think it is like, it's just a huge skillet, but there's like a lot of different things that you can do with it. And of course, if you know someone that's living in a bit more of like a smaller space in a big city, that is so helpful to have as few items as possible in a kitchen that's probably not that big. Anyone who has just moved or who's really into quarantine cooking, that would be a phenomenal gift. My next gift for a bit more of like a sustainable gift idea would be a hydro flask. I have both the regular hydro flask and then the hydro flask mug, and I think that this gift is so convenient. Not only does it encourage you to eliminate plastic and paper waste, but you are, you know, reminded to drink water throughout the day, and I bring mine with me no matter where I go. I love it so much. It was a gift for me from my mom like a year ago, and I have not stopped using it since, so I highly recommend Hydro Flask. I just think that any kind of reusable water bottle would be really great. And along that, like along those same kind of lines, I would highly recommend buying reusable Tupperware. And I know that most Tupperware is plastic, but investing in really good quality glass or stainless steel Tupperware is really great because it can be reused, and as we all know, like plastic does not decompose. So I think getting a little bit, making that investment would be really great for yourself or for somebody else. The next category I wanted to mention, just because it is on my Christmas list this year, is getting someone or yourself a bit of skincare. Skincare can be such an investment, and I know that there are always different brands and serums and products that I want to try. So I felt like asking for skincare is like really a gift to you, and it is just such an amazing form of self-care that I couldn't help but ask for things when my parents asked me what I wanted. So a couple of my favorite brands are Kiehls and Drunk Elephant. I love those brands. I have talked about them in my skincare routine, but this year specifically I am asking for Youth to the People. Youth to the People is actually a pretty sustainable skincare brand. Everything comes in glass as opposed to plastic, so it can be reused in so many different ways. I think this year I asked for the cleanser, a face mask, and then a moisturizer, just to kind of switch up my skincare and see, you know, what else is out there. I don't want to be, you know, narrow, like I don't want to only stick to one brand, so I wanted to just test out another brand, and I've heard such great things about them that I figured I would give it a try. I have also recently seen Nécessaire. It is like a body care brand circulating a lot on like TikTok and the New Yorker, and I really think it's so aesthetically pleasing. It's very sleek packaging. I have not tried it myself, but I would love to receive it, and I think it's really great, again, to just make some time to treat yourself and have a bit of like a self-care indulgence moment. So yeah, those are my my skincare and body care favorites. And then my honorable mention, of course, I have talked about this, I think in another vlog, I don't remember when I talked about it, but I think getting someone perfume is just such an amazing gift. I know that perfumes can be very expensive and very personal, so I just wanted to recommend once more my favorite perfume. I cannot express how much I love this line of perfumes. This is the Maison Margiela fragrance in Coffee Break. It is the replica line, and I just love this so much. I literally smell it and it makes me so happy. It is a unisex fragrance, so works for anyone great in your life. And then I figured another honorable mention that was a bit less expensive, but I still love this. As you can see, it's like pretty much gone. This is the Way North Bondi or Bondi. I know it's a place in Australia, I just don't know how to say it. But this is a really clean scent. These are so different. I just want to point that out. These are so incredibly different. This is very warm and like fall and kind of just like sensual, whereas this is very clean. It gives me a lot of like spring summer vibes. I bought this when I was in New York last year, and it reminds me just so much of school, and it makes me really nostalgic, honestly, but I love it so much. It's definitely like my favorite spring summer perfume. And that pretty much concludes skincare. I don't know what I was saying before. I wanted to mention those two products for you guys just because I can attest those are amazing. I love them both. I have a lot of fashion favorites that I would highly recommend. I think this year more than ever we've kind of realized the value of comfort, and I have definitely invested in some sweatsuits and, you know, like comfy clothes. I think that's really important to just feel comfortable, whether you're working from home or you're spending a lot more time at home, as a lot of people are. I think getting clothes that you love is just so important right now, rather than buying, you know, in excess and just like buying because you want it in the moment but you're not actually gonna wear it. So I think one thing I've learned this year is to be a lot more conscious with the gifts that I buy and with the clothes and things that I buy for myself. If I'm not going to really appreciate it for longer than 6 months, I'm probably not gonna buy it. So these are just some fashion brands that I am going to be asking for Christmas, or they have things that I've like discovered throughout quarantine that I really love. So the first thing that I would highly suggest getting anyone is a face mask. I know that we probably have so many at this point, but it can't hurt, honestly, to have another one. I think some of my favorite ones are the Sanctuary ones. My mom has those. They're very soft. They're just a little too big for my face. I love the Skims one. They are really hard to get your hands on, but if you are able to get your hands on the Skims one, they come in a lot of like neutral color palettes, which I think people really like, especially if you're going into a bit more of like a professional setting. And then I really like the Aritzia ones, honestly. I know I work there, shameless plug, but they are really great because they're adjustable, and I think adjustable face masks, no matter what brand they're from, are probably going to be your best bet, just because you don't have to worry if it's going to be too big or too small. So I would highly recommend getting people face masks as like a little stocking stuffer, as a little just gift on the side, because you know you're going to need them. In addition to that, I am asking for some Skims for Christmas. They have amazing loungewear and just like undergarments that you can wear that come in great nudes and a great color palette. So I am going to be asking for some of those for Christmas. I've had my eye on them for a long time, and I know they just had like a very small Black Friday sale. The one jewelry brand that I really love, just because I think it has really timeless pieces at a pretty great price point, is going to be Mejuri. So I know they have like a gold vermeil, which is pretty much what I get my stuff in. It's basically covered in gold as opposed to being made of gold, but they have a lot of options, a lot of, again, timeless pieces that can be worn for a really long time. I'm not sure if they're unisex. I'm pretty sure some pieces might be, but they have really great rings and bracelets and necklaces and earrings. Some of my favorite pieces are the croissant earrings, and then I also have the matching ring. Almost wrapping things up here, I promise, but the next category I have is just some books to get people, and I think cookbooks would be a really great gift for any loved one, any friend, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, aunt. Anybody can use a cookbook. So I have a couple here that that my sister and I have purchased for my mom in the past and that we really love. So this one is really cool. It is the Mixtape Potluck by Questlove. Some of the people that have contributed to this cookbook include Maya Rudolph, Jimmy Fallon, Dominique Ansel, Christina Tosi, Gabrielle Union. Some other cookbooks that we have here is the Immigrant cookbook, and this is recipes that make America great. Similarly, this is a cookbook that has a lot of contributions, so some of them include Aaron Sanchez, Charles Fawn, Dominique Ansel again, Ingrid Hoffman, Lena Fatt, Martin Yang. You know, a lot of different people have contributed, and you know, there's some like quotes on the back from Anthony Bourdain. So this is a really cool gift, and I know my mom really appreciated this. Lastly, my favorite cookbook that we have is the Cravings by Chrissy Teigen cookbook. We have both of her cookbooks, and her recipes are really great. A lot of them are really easy. As you can see, we've kind of bookmarked some of our favorites, but I think a cookbook would be a really great gift, like I said, for people to try out some new recipes, especially given the fact that so many people are at home right now. I would highly, highly recommend that. Additionally, if you're looking for more of like a novel or something of that nature, I would highly recommend Reese Witherspoon's book club. I have read some of the books that she has included, and they are phenomenal. One of my favorites was Where the Crawdads Sing. I'm currently reading another book of hers, but I'm completely blanking on the name. I'll put a picture here. And then one other book that I have read this year was In 5 Years, and it's a bit of like a romance novel, but it takes a really, really good turn, and I think anyone would love reading it. And lastly, I just wanted to mention some items for the home and some self-care items. I know I did like a more sustainable options, but these are just some things that I have really come to love and appreciate since spending so much time at home. And I think getting gifts that are relaxing and just kind of bring joy to people is really important, just because people are spending so much time at home, or if you're spending time at home and you're looking to just improve your space a little bit, I think any of these gifts would be really great, just because they've largely improved my experience being home. So the first thing that I would recommend is an Nespresso. I know it is pretty pricey, but there might be some deals going on. I'll try and find any that I can that are on sale, or like any, you know, less popular colors that are on sale. My mom has an Nespresso and I love it so much. I think it just gives you that like barista quality at home, and I know that, you know, here in California we can't go to coffee shops yet and really sit there and have that coffee shop experience. So I think it would be really great to kind of mimic that at home, especially if you know someone that really is just missing their favorite coffee shop right now. If you know someone who is not a coffee drinker and prefers matcha, I have heard amazing things about Gold Matcha. I believe it's Gold, it might be Goldie Matcha. It is a Black-owned business, and they have a matcha kit with like a whisk and a bowl and, you know, like the matcha powder itself. So I think that would be a really great gift if you know someone who is not into coffee but still wants to get that caffeine fix. Another area of the room that is really important is the bedroom, and I think having, you know, like really nice pillowcases or really nice sheets would be a really great gift. For me, I have been eyeing a slip pillowcase, which is like a silk pillowcase. They're known for doing a lot of silk products. I have some of their scrunchies, and I think that would be a really nice gift, just because, again, at the end of the day, when you just want to wind down, it makes it really easy when you have a nice space to kind of be in to wind down. So I think that would be a super, super great gift that anybody would appreciate. I would recommend is an oil diffuser. I know that Vitruvi does really, really beautiful, like minimal looking kind of raw, like clay, natural looking diffusers, and I think if you know that that's someone's aesthetic, that would be really great. But if not, there are a lot of other alternatives out there. An oil diffuser is just a really great way to kind of create like a spa-like environment in your bathroom, or to have, you know, some really good energy producing in any place in your house. I had one when I was at school and I loved it. I have one now at home and I am obsessed with it, and you can get people different essential oils if they already have a diffuser, and it's a really nice alternative to candles, just because it's a bit more of like a serene experience, and you can get ones with light in it, with ones that connect to Bluetooth, all of that. There are a lot of different diffusers on the market, but I think that would be a gift that would really mean a lot to someone, because it's probably something they wouldn't want to buy themselves. And the last gift that I have on this gift guide, it might seem a little ridiculous, but I honestly cannot stress how much I love plants and how much becoming a plant mom this year has meant to me. My pothos and my ZZ plant are thriving. We lost one plant and it's really unfortunate, but my ZZ and my pothos are doing great. So I would highly recommend getting plants for people, even if they don't have their own place and they have their own room. I think just having a little bit of greenery and having that responsibility of taking care of a plant is just so nice, and it's so undervalued. Like, I am obsessed. My mom has a beautiful money tree that I have featured in some of my videos, and I think that's a really great gift, especially going into the new year, to kind of wish someone prosperity. Some of my favorites are, again, a pothos, like I mentioned, very easy, impossible to kill. ZZ plant, also impossible to kill. Or if you know someone who has a bit more space, I think a fiddle leaf fig would be a really great option. Those are super popular. If not, a monstera is great. There are so many options out there that are great for indoor plants if someone doesn't have a lot of patio space or outdoor space. That pretty much wraps up my gift guide. I hope this video was helpful to anyone out there, either gave you some inspiration for yourself or for your gifts for others. I hope you guys all have a great holiday season, and I can't wait to see you in the next day of Vlogmas.